In a world where instant gratification is just a click away, many of us find ourselves constantly seeking that next hit of pleasure, whether it's through social media, video games, junk food, or endless scrolling on our phones. The common denominator behind these behaviors is dopamine, a neurotransmitter in our brain that drives motivation, pleasure, and reward. But when our brains are overloaded with dopamine from these constant stimuli, we can become trapped in a cycle of addiction, leaving us feeling unfulfilled, anxious, and unable to focus on what truly matters. Dopamine Detox is a practical guide that helps us break free from this cycle of overstimulation and reclaim control over our lives. By understanding how dopamine works, recognizing the addictive patterns in our behavior, and implementing a dopamine detox, we can reset our brains and create a more balanced, fulfilling life. This book offers step-by-step instructions on how to detox from dopamine, overcome the challenges that arise during the process, and build lasting habits that support a healthier relationship with pleasure and reward. Join us as we explore the key concepts and actionable strategies from Dopamine Detox that will help you reset your brain, break free from addictive behaviors, and build a more meaningful life. Chapter 1. Understanding dopamine. To understand why a dopamine detox is necessary, we first need to dive into what dopamine actually is and how it influences our behavior. Dopamine is often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter because it plays a key role in how we experience pleasure and motivation. However, it's not the actual pleasure we feel. Rather, dopamine is responsible for the anticipation of pleasure. It's what drives us to seek out rewards, whether they are tangible, like food or money, or intangible, like social validation or novelty. In this chapter, the book explains that dopamine is crucial for our survival because it motivates us to pursue activities that are essential for life, such as eating and reproduction. However, in the modern world where we have access to a constant stream of high dopamine activities, like scrolling through social media, binge-watching TV shows, or indulging in sugary snacks, our brains can become overwhelmed by the flood of dopamine. This overstimulation can lead to a decrease in our sensitivity to dopamine, making it harder for us to feel pleasure from ordinary, everyday activities. The author also highlights that while dopamine itself isn't inherently bad, the way we engage with high dopamine activities can lead to addiction-like behaviors. When we repeatedly engage in these activities, our brains begin to crave more of the same, leading to a vicious cycle of seeking out more and more stimulation to achieve the same level of pleasure. This can result in a lack of motivation for other, less stimulating but more meaningful activities, such as working on a project, studying, or building relationships. The key takeaway from this chapter is that dopamine plays a powerful role in shaping our behavior, and that understanding its influence is the first step toward reclaiming control over our lives. By recognizing how high dopamine activities affect us, we can begin to make more conscious choices about how we engage with these activities and start to break free from the cycle of overstimulation. Chapter 2. The Cycle of Addiction. In Chapter 2, the book delves into how our modern lifestyles can easily lead to a cycle of addiction, driven by the constant pursuit of dopamine. This chapter explains that addiction doesn't only refer to substance abuse. It can also apply to behaviors that are driven by the need for instant gratification, such as checking our phones repeatedly, eating junk food, or engaging in other compulsive behavior. The cycle of addiction begins when we engage in a high dopamine activity and experience a surge of pleasure. This pleasure reinforces the behavior, making us more likely to repeat it in the future. However, as we continue to engage in these activities, our brains become less sensitive to dopamine, requiring more of the same activity to achieve the same level of pleasure. This leads to increased cravings and a sense of dissatisfaction when we are not engaging in the behavior, which in turn drives us to seek out more dopamine-producing activities. The book explains that this cycle can have serious consequences on our mental and physical health. Over time, we may find ourselves feeling anxious, restless, and unable to focus on tasks that don't provide an immediate dopamine hit. We may also become less motivated to pursue long-term goals or engage in activities that require sustained effort. as these activities don't provide the same instant gratification as our high dopamine behaviors. One of the most insidious aspects of this cycle is that it can create a feedback loop where the more we engage in these behaviors, the harder it becomes to break free from them. This is because our brains become conditioned to seek out the quick hits of pleasure that these activities provide, making it difficult to find satisfaction in more meaningful but less stimulating activity. The chapter also discusses the concept of dopamine fasting, which is a method of temporarily abstaining from high dopamine activities to reset the brain's sensitivity to dopamine. By reducing our exposure to these activities, we can break the cycle of addiction and begin to restore balance in our lives. The key takeaway from this chapter is that the cycle of addiction is driven by the constant pursuit of dopamine, and that breaking this cycle is essential for regaining control over our behavior and well-being. Understanding how addiction works is crucial for recognizing the signs of addictive behaviors in our own lives and taking steps to address them. Chapter 3: The Power of Dopamine Detox. Chapter 3 introduces the concept of a dopamine detox as a powerful tool for resetting the brain and breaking free from the cycle of addiction. A dopamine detox involves temporarily abstaining from or significantly reducing activities that provide a high level of dopamine stimulation, such as social media, video games, junk food, and other instant gratification behaviors. The goal of the detox is to give your brain a chance to reset and regain its natural sensitivity to dopamine, allowing you to find pleasure in more balanced and meaningful activities. The book explains that a dopamine detox is not about completely eliminating pleasure from your life. Rather, it's about recalibrating your brain so that you can experience pleasure in a healthier and more sustainable way. By taking a break from high dopamine activities, you allow your brain to reset, which can lead to improved focus, motivation, and overall well-being. One of the key benefits of a dopamine detox is that it can help you break free from the compulsive behaviors that keep you trapped in a cycle of addiction. When you remove the constant stimuli that your brain has become accustomed to, you create space for more meaningful and fulfilling activities to take their place. This can lead to a greater sense of purpose and satisfaction in your life. Chapter also discusses the science behind dopamine detoxing, explaining how reducing dopamine stimulation can help restore the brain's natural balance. When you take a break from high dopamine activities, your brain has a chance to downregulate its dopamine receptors, making them more sensitive to dopamine. This means that after the detox, you'll be able to find pleasure in activities that you may have previously found mundane or uninteresting. The author emphasizes that the power of dopamine detox lies in its ability to help you regain control over your behavior and create a more balanced and fulfilling life. By taking a step back from the constant pursuit of dopamine, you can reset your brain and start to build habits that support your long-term well-being. The key takeaway from this chapter is that a dopamine detox is a powerful tool for breaking free from the cycle of addiction and restoring balance in your life. By giving your brain a chance to reset, you can improve your focus, motivation, and overall sense of well-being. Chapter 4: Preparing for your detox. Chapter 4 provides practical guidance on how to prepare for your dopamine detox. The author emphasizes that preparation is key to a successful detox, as it helps you anticipate challenges and set yourself up for success. This chapter outlines the steps you should take before starting your detox to ensure that you are mentally and physically ready for the experience. The first step in preparing for your detox is to identify the high dopamine activities that you want to reduce or eliminate. The book suggests making a list of the activities that you engage in on a daily basis and assessing how much dopamine they provide. Examples of high dopamine activities might include checking social media, playing video games, eating sugary snacks, or binge-watching TV shows. Once you've identified these activities, you can prioritize which ones you want to focus on during your detox. The next step is to set clear goals for your detox. The book recommends setting specific, measurable goals that will help you stay on track during the detox. For example, you might set a goal to reduce your social media use to 15 minutes per day, or to abstain from junk food for a week. Having clear goals will give you a sense of direction and motivation as you go through the detox process. The chapter also emphasizes the importance of planning how you will fill the time that you would normally spend on high dopamine activities. The author suggests identifying low dopamine activities that you can engage in during your detox, such as reading, exercising, meditating, or spending time in nature. These activities will help you stay occupied and provide a sense of fulfillment without the need for constant dopamine stimulation. Another important aspect of preparation is creating a supportive environment for your detox. The book suggests removing or minimizing access to high dopamine triggers in your environment, such as uninstalling social media apps from your phone, removing junk food from your pantry, or setting boundaries around screen time. By making these changes, you can reduce the temptation to engage in high dopamine activities during your detox. The author also recommends enlisting the support of friends or family members who can encourage you and hold you accountable during your detox. Having a support system in place can make it easier to stay committed to your goals and overcome any challenges that arise. The key takeaway from this chapter is that preparation is essential for a successful dopamine detox. By identifying your high dopamine activities, setting clear goals, planning low dopamine alternatives, and creating a supportive environment, you can set yourself up for success and make the detox experience more manageable. Chapter 5: The Dopamine Detox Protocol. In Chapter 5, the book outlines the specific steps of the Dopamine Detox Protocol. This chapter provides a detailed guide on how to implement your detox and offers tips on how to navigate the challenges that may arise during the process. The first step in the detox protocol is to establish a time frame for your detox. The book suggests starting with a short detox period, such as 24 hours or a weekend, to get a feel for the process. As you become more comfortable with the detox, you can gradually extend the duration to a week or even longer, depending on your goals and needs. During the detox, you will abstain from or significantly reduce your engagement in high dopamine activity. The book recommends focusing on the activities that you identified during the preparation phase, such as social media, video games, junk food, or other instant gratification behaviors. The goal is to give your brain a break from these stimuli and allow it to reset. The detox protocol also emphasizes the importance of mindfulness and self-awareness during the detox. The book suggests paying close attention to your thoughts, emotions, and cravings as you go through the detox. By observing these experiences without judgment, you can gain valuable insights into your relationship with dopamine and how it influences your behavior. The book also provides tips on how to manage withdrawal symptoms that may arise during the detox, such as restlessness, irritability, or boredom. The author suggests practicing mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing or meditation, to help you stay grounded and calm during these moments. Engaging in low dopamine activities, such as exercise, reading, or spending time in nature, can also help you manage these symptoms and stay on track. Another key component of the detox protocol is reflection. The book recommends setting aside time each day to reflect on your detox experience and how it is impacting your thoughts, emotions, and behavior. This reflection will help you gain a deeper understanding of your relationship with dopamine and how it affects your life. The key takeaway from this chapter is that the dopamine detox protocol is a structured approach to resetting your brain and breaking free from the cycle of addiction. By following the steps outlined in this chapter, you can successfully implement your detox and begin to build a healthier relationship with dopamine. Chapter 6: Overcoming Challenges During Your Detox. Chapter 6 addresses the common challenges that people face during a dopamine detox and provides strategies for overcoming them. The author emphasizes that challenges are a normal part of the detox process, and that being prepared for them can help you stay committed to your goals. One of the most common challenges during a dopamine detox is dealing with cravings. The book explains that cravings are a natural response to the sudden reduction in dopamine stimulation, and that they can be managed with mindfulness and self-awareness. The author suggests observing your cravings without judgment and reminding yourself of the reasons why you are doing the detox. Practicing mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing or meditation, can also help you manage cravings and stay focused on your goals. Another challenge that many people face during a detox is boredom. Without the constant stimulation of high dopamine activities, you may find yourself feeling restless or bored. The book recommends planning low dopamine activities in advance. Keep yourself occupied and engaged during the detox. Engaging in creative activities such as drawing, writing, or playing a musical instrument can also help you stay focused and reduce boredom. The chapter also discusses the importance of staying motivated during your detox. The author suggests setting small, achievable goals and celebrating your progress along the way. Keeping a journal of your detox experience can also help you stay motivated and track your progress over time. Another challenge that people often face during a detox is social pressure. The book recommends setting boundaries with friends or family members who may not understand or support your detox goals. It also suggests finding a detox buddy or joining a support group to stay connected with others who are going through a similar experience. The key takeaway from this chapter is that challenges are a normal part of the dopamine detox process, and that being prepared for them can help you stay committed to your goals. By practicing mindfulness, planning low dopamine activities, and staying motivated, you can overcome these challenges and successfully complete your detox. Chapter 7: Maintaining Low Dopamine Habits. In Chapter 7, the book focuses on how to maintain low dopamine habits after your detox is complete. The author emphasizes that the goal of a dopamine detox is not just to reset your brain, but to create lasting changes in your behavior and lifestyle. One of the key strategies for maintaining low dopamine habits is to continue practicing mindfulness and self-awareness. The book suggests regularly checking in with yourself to assess how you are feeling and whether you are engaging in high dopamine activities. By staying aware of your dopamine levels, you can make conscious choices about how you engage with these activities and avoid falling back into old habits. The chapter also discusses the importance of setting boundaries with high dopamine activity. The book recommends limiting your exposure to these activities and creating a schedule that allows you to engage with them in a balanced way. For example, you might set specific times of the day for checking social media or watching TV, rather than allowing these activities to consume your entire day. Another strategy for maintaining low dopamine habits is to prioritize low dopamine activities, bring you a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. The book suggests finding hobbies or activities that engage your mind and body without providing an instant dopamine hit. Examples might include reading, gardening, exercising, or spending time in nature. By prioritizing these activities, you can create a more balanced and fulfilling life. The author also emphasizes the importance of staying connected with others who share your goals and values. The book recommends finding a community or support group where you can share your experiences and stay motivated to maintain your low dopamine habit. Key takeaway from this chapter is that maintaining low dopamine habits requires ongoing mindfulness, boundary setting, and prioritization of fulfilling activity. By staying aware of your dopamine levels and making conscious choices about how you engage with high dopamine activities, you can create lasting changes in your behavior and lifestyle. Chapter 8: Building a Fulfilling Life Beyond Detox. In the final chapter, the book explores how to build a fulfilling life beyond the dopamine detox. The author emphasizes that the ultimate goal of a dopamine detox is not just to reset your brain, to create a life that is rich in meaning, purpose, and satisfaction. One of the key strategies for building a fulfilling life is to focus on activities that bring you a sense of intrinsic reward. The book explains that intrinsic rewards are the feelings of satisfaction and fulfillment that come from engaging in activities that align with your values and passions. These rewards are different from the quick dopamine hits, come from instant gratification behavior. They provide a deeper and more lasting sense of fulfillment. The chapter also discusses the importance of setting long-term goals and working toward them with patience and perseverance. The author suggests identifying the areas of your life that are most important to you, such as your career, relationships, or personal growth, and setting specific, achievable goals in these areas. By working toward these goals, you can create a sense of purpose and direction in your life. Another key strategy for building a fulfilling life is to cultivate meaningful relationships. The book emphasizes the importance of connecting with others on a deep and authentic level, rather than seeking superficial validation or approval. By building relationships that are based on mutual respect, trust, and support, you can create a sense of belonging and fulfillment in your life. The author also encourages readers to embrace a mindset of gratitude and appreciation. Present moment. The book suggests practicing gratitude by regularly reflecting on the positive aspects of your life and expressing appreciation for the people and experiences that bring you joy. By cultivating gratitude, you can create a more positive and fulfilling outlook on life. The key takeaway from this chapter is that building a fulfilling life requires a focus on intrinsic rewards, long-term goals, meaningful relationships, and gratitude. By prioritizing these aspects of your life, you can create a sense of purpose and fulfillment that goes beyond the quick hits of dopamine and leads to lasting happiness. Conclusion: your new life after detox. In the conclusion of Dopamine Detox, the author reflects on the journey of resetting your brain and breaking free from the cycle of addiction. The book emphasizes that the dopamine detox is just the beginning of a lifelong journey toward creating a more balanced, fulfilling, and meaningful life. The author encourages readers to continue practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, setting boundaries with high dopamine activities, and prioritizing low dopamine habits that bring intrinsic rewards. By maintaining these practices, you can sustain the benefits of the detox and create a life that is rich in meaning and purpose. The conclusion also emphasizes the importance of staying connected with others who share your goals and values. The author suggests finding a community or support group where you can share your experiences, stay motivated, and continue to grow. Finally, the book encourages readers to embrace a mindset of gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life and expressing gratitude for the people and experiences that bring you joy, you can create a more positive and fulfilling outlook on life. The key takeaway from the conclusion is that the dopamine detox is just the beginning of a lifelong journey toward creating a more balanced, fulfilling, and meaningful life. By continuing to practice mindfulness, set boundaries, and prioritize low dopamine habits, you can sustain the benefits of the detox and build a life that is rich in meaning and purpose. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth book summaries and insights from Beyond Books. Let's go beyond the pages and unlock the secrets to success.